Mari and the Forest of Dreams. Mari was a 12-year-old girl living in the city. She was smart, had many friends, and was trusted by her parents and teachers. But one day, Mari began to think she was special. She realized that no matter what she did, no one ever seriously scolded her. Whether she told a little lie or broke something, people would forgive her as long as she apologized. This made her feel invincible, and she started behaving badly more often. At school, she teased her friends and ignored her teachers. At home, she disobeyed her parents and made her younger brother cry without feeling guilty. One night, however, something strange happened to Mari. That night, she went to bed as usual, closing her eyes to drift off to sleep. But the moment she did, she felt an odd sensation. It was as if gravity had disappeared, and her body was floating in the air. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself standing in a mysterious forest. "Where am I?" Mari muttered, her voice tinged with unease. The forest was dimly lit, with moonlight filtering through the trees. Yet an eerie stillness hung in the air. Though the wind was blowing, the leaves didn't rustle, and no birds chirped. Only a distant, faint voice could be heard, softly calling her name. "Mari, Mari." The voice was gentle but unsettling. Mari, feeling nervous, started walking toward the direction of the voice. As she moved forward, the path became narrower, and soon she found herself walking on an old, crumbling stone path. Deep within the forest, she came upon an ancient house. The house was dilapidated, looking like it hadn't been lived in for years. Yet, the door stood ajar. Mari felt an irresistible pull toward the house. She stepped inside, surprised to find it tidy despite its age. Worn-out furniture and bookshelves lined the walls. As she ventured deeper inside, she noticed a large mirror hanging on the wall. The mirror was grand, adorned with intricate carvings. But what caught her attention most was the reflection it showed. The reflection of Mari in the mirror was not the Mari she knew. Her face was distorted, and her eyes were dark and hollow. Staring at the strange reflection, Mari recoiled in fear. "That's not me!" At that moment, the reflection in the mirror moved. The distorted version of Mari smiled wickedly and began speaking to her. "Finally, you're here, Mari. Do you remember everything you've done?" Mari shook her head in terror. "What are you talking about?" "All the times you hurt your friends, ignored your teachers, and made your brother cry. I remember it all. In this place, everything comes back to you, Mari." With those words, the reflection reached its hand out of the mirror. Mari screamed and ran toward the door, but no matter how hard she tried to open it, it wouldn't budge. Then, the voice whispered again, right in her ear, "You can't escape, Mari. This place is inside your mind. When you do bad things, the consequences will always return to you." Suddenly, the room began to spin. The furniture toppled over, the walls cracked, and the reflection of Mari in the mirror drew closer and closer. Her face was twisted, her eyes glowing red. "I'm taking it all back, Mari. Everything you stole from others." Mari collapsed on the floor, covering her face with her hands. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she felt a deep regret gnawing at her heart. "I'm sorry. Please forgive me," she cried. "I won't do it again. I swear, I won't." At that instant, everything stopped. The noise faded, the spinning ceased, and the reflection vanished. When Mari opened her eyes, she found herself back in her bed. The room was still, the night peaceful. She took a deep breath, wiping the tears from her face. Her heart was still pounding, but the terror she had felt was slowly dissipating. Was it all just a dream? Or was there something deeper at play? Mari couldn't be sure. The next morning, life returned to normal, but Mari couldn't forget what had happened the night before. At school, she was kinder to her friends and listened to her teachers attentively. At home, she treated her brother gently and listened to her parents. She never wanted to meet that twisted version of herself in the mirror again. That night, as Mari once again lay down to sleep, she closed her eyes, feeling more at peace. She knew that when you do something wrong, it always comes back to you, an important lesson that had taken root in her heart. From that day forward, whenever Mari found herself tempted to hurt someone or behave badly, she remembered that dream. Her actions began to change naturally, as if the Mari she had met in the dream was still watching her, waiting. In her heart, Mari quietly made a vow. "I will never have a nightmare like that again."